What up, guys? Wolfhound 22, bringing you another episode of No Man's Sky. Drew blank there for a second on the name. So, not much time has passed between this and the last video. Just like I said, I'm going on. Well, I recorded a vlog talking about I'm heading on vacation this week, so I wanted to get a bunch of these videos done and posted and scheduled out so that there'll be some content for you guys while I'm gone. So I'm gonna have probably 2 or 3 videos that I'm gonna do for the week that are gonna be back to back to back. So usually I have a couple hours of playtime in between, but not this time. It's gonna be probably a few minutes of playtime in between. So that's alright. So we're gonna continue scavenging Poison Wolf, this wonderful named planet of mine. And see if we can find anything cool. Like, so far on this planet, Comet Amplifier Omega. Ooh, I get some gold. Oh, it's Comet Amplifier. I don't want that. So I found I think it was last episode, or maybe right after I finished recording last episode, I have found a new tech here that I want to make. Yeah, it was last episode. So, Comet Amplifier, impact damage, Bullcaster puts maximum damage on a chair. No, that's not what I wanted. Where's you at? Here, focus. I need Crystalite. That's right, I did find this last time. So yeah, the Crystalite. I really am just... I don't know what to do with this Crystalite. I don't know what it is. I know I found it early on in my playtime, but since then, I have no clue where to look for it. I'm not sure what the symbol is for it. I'm guessing it's kind of like the platinum. But the platinum are in these flowers, and I find that stuff everywhere. So it might be in caves, I guess, but I don't know where to find it. And it's starting to kind of be a little frustrating. I'm also going to go ahead and do this up. I'm trying to figure out where I can find those little escape pods. It's not a monolith. The colonial outposts, I believe, are the buildings that we break into. Shelter? Let's do shelter. No, we did shelter. No, we did transmissions. Okay, let's look for shelters. Maybe that'll be something. Drop pod. There it is. So it is shelter. Shelter's what you need. I don't know what else it'll find, but the shelters are the ones that will give you the drop pod locations, which I need for maximum space in my ship. So let's go ahead and blast off and head on over there. Also, you know what? Actually, I did want to also make, because I do have impact damage number 1 here. I wanted to make this impact damage number 4 that I found. I think I need gold. Copper. So I may end up going back to that water planet that I had. Did I pass it up? I might end up going back to that water planet that I was at before, because there was tons of copper and tons of gold there. So that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably maybe do it in between episodes or in between recording bits, because this is quite a bit away. So I probably won't head there until I finish off this planet. Must suit upgrade. So this increases 10,000 every time you want a new spot. So I'm up to 70,000. So it's getting a little pricey. But I have, what is it, 20 slots now or 16? 20 slots, which is great. So I mean, I'm up to 46 slots. That's definitely a big improvement from where I started. Because I think your suit starts at 12 and your ship starts with 14 or 15. So I have almost as many slots on my ship as I started with. So I need to get definitely more zinc, because that protection, this protection needs filling all the time. Titanium would work too, but I don't have any of that either. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this. I haven't found anything new animal-wise. I got a lot of these I could upload and get some more cash for. Oh, I got this guy. What should I name you? Kind of like a fly. What did I name your buddy? So I found this guy. I called him, what, a 4-legged slug. So I think I'll just call you a 4-legged fly. I try to kind of like, there's believe it or not, there is a rhyme or reason to the way I name things. If it looks similar, I'll usually call it like a lot of the same name and then change one thing. So like they're both four-legged. The species is the four-legged species, and then I'll say, okay, the four-legged fly, or like whatever. So like this guy is Mr. Humpback, and then this guy over here is Mr. 12 Legs. So like it does sort of go together. I know it doesn't seem like it. Like this is the upright mantafish, and this is the upright stegosaur. So like I do have rhyme and reason the way I name things, even if it is goofy, stupid names. They are, for better or worse, they all kind of go together. So okay, so now that we know how to get to the drop pods, which is fantastic, because I want more and more slots. Oh, no more launch fuel. That is something. I also went ahead and I refueled my hyperdrive. It's not completely fueled. I think I need probably 2 more hyperdrive. Can I make any more? I think I need carbon. I need carbon. And I have plutonium. And I need zinc. So carbon and zinc is what I need. Carbon's easy. Zinc's a little more of a process. So, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do some more exploring. I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. Alright guys, so I made to a drop pod, another one, found it. Also I did a little bit of upgrades to my suit. So I added a stamina boost, I added some more life support, and I added a jetpack boost. It's gonna take up more space, but now that I know how to get to these drop pods, I'm gonna start getting a lot more room in my suit. So I figure it's worth it because the stamina and jetpack boost aren't the best. So yeah, this is gonna help at least a little bit more. Like you can see how much longer I can run. What are you? Distractions. Oh, I already found you. Alright, so yeah, so that's definitely nice. Kind of nice. It sucks in the beginning because you're just looking at like, how am I ever going to be able to build anything because I don't have any room. Like I don't want to take up my space. But then once you start getting these drop pods and your ship's better, now I can start actually taking advantage of all these little blueprints that I'm finding, and that kind of makes it more exciting again. So it is a little pricey, but if you're collecting resources and selling them all the time, it's actually not too bad to upgrade. If you get lucky and you find if you find gold or emerald or copper, especially if you find emerald, like just break down that entire lump of ore because you get so much. Usually breaking one of those down, you get about 150,000 units. And it's only going to take you 3 or 4 minutes to do, if that. So yeah, you know, it is a tedious thing, but you know, I haven't got sick of it yet. Now I will say, unlike Minecraft or 7 Days to Die, I can't play this game for 5, 6 hours straight, 4 hours straight. I usually play this thing for 2, 3 hours, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done, I need a break. So it definitely can get, I don't want to say boring, but it can get a little tedious. But then after I quit playing for an hour or two, then I'm just thinking about, okay, what else can I do? What I need to do to get back and playing it. So it's a weird thing. Like since I've gotten it, I did take off playing it last week for a day or so because I was just super busy. You know, I'm gonna take it off here for probably after today, after I record these videos, since I'll be recording them ahead of time. I probably won't play again until Friday or Saturday, so I'll probably be like I said, a few days. 4 days in between playing it, so I know I'm going to be itching to play it again. So don't let the negative reviews deter you. Don't let the hate that you're seeing out there deter you. It is a fun game. If you don't mind a little bit of the grind, you know, we've all played RPGs, we've all played different games that had a grind to it. If you don't mind the you know, instead of grinding for levels, you're grinding for resources. I need plutonium, don't I? What does that sound? Oh, it's you. So yeah, if you don't mind grinding for resources, there's a lot to discover out there, and you know, it's somewhat a little samey, but still, at the end of the day, like, the animals are all weird. The animals, you know, they're just cool, and you know, this won't be a game like unlike 7 Days or Minecraft, where it'll be a game that I play every single day. it'll be a game that I play every other day, 2-3 days a week. I'll probably play, and that's only, and when Minecraft first came out, or 7 days, like, it wasn't great when they were in alpha. Like, the difference is this is a full game, so toxic level drops. That's good. So this is a full game. It's not an alpha, but they're gonna update it and they're gonna add new things, and I just can't wait till they add the base stuff. They've said they're gonna do it. I really hope they're going to do it, and that's gonna be super cool if they do it, because then it's gonna make me want to play every day. Because I'm gonna, create a base on a planet in the middle, in the middle of the galaxy, and I'm gonna go back to that base and I'm gonna gather resources, and I'm gonna spend all this time doing it. And I have high hopes for this game. And, I'm enjoying it, like, say what you will for being $60. I've put 60 hours. I've probably put 30 hours into it, 40 hours into it, and to me, that's already kind of worth my money. I've paid more for far less playtime on games. So yeah, in my eyes, this is definitely worth the money so far. And it's frustrating to see so many negative reviews, but, hey, I understand. These games aren't for everybody. A lot of people hate Minecraft. A lot of people hate 7 days. 7 days, review-wise, is not very good at all. It's reviewed really bad on the PS4, and that's because it's sort of an alpha version. But I put over 100 hours in that game, and I would recommend it for everybody. There's some issues. There's some bugginess to it that has been getting patched in slowly, but for the most part, I love that game. I put so much hours into it, single player, multiplayer, easily 100 hours so far. And people hate that one, and that has not stopped me. So, if game looks cool to you and you watch videos for it, don't let those negative reviews always turn you away. You like what you like, and people like what they like, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the game's not for you. So, okay, ranting over. There's more exploring to do. I'll bring you guys back when I found some more interesting things. Hey guys, so I'm still kind of wandering around out here. Yo, you're new. That wasn't what I was bringing you guys back for. Is he somebody new, or is he, oh yeah, he's new. So I got 2 left. So, I got my warp, I'm happy to have completely full, so when we're ready to go, we're going to be ready to go. And then, so I found this little thing here. I thought it was copper, but it is iridium. I was curious. So that's one that we haven't found really too much of up to this point. So I also noticed, like, it'll tell you there's iridium here, but for whatever reason, it doesn't give me any iridium. So I guess just keep an eye. If you're not getting the signal, like, up at the top that you're collecting the iridium, you might not actually be getting it. So I think it's good until it hits this ground. When it starts blending in with the ground, it might not actually be giving you anything. So just kind of a word of advice to kind of look at. Are you new? Oh, you're new too. Oh, you're an ugly guy. You're docile, so I'm gonna guess he's similar to the other guy. Yeah, so. Oh, wow, he looks like a dog! Look at that, he's like a crazy dog. That's a straight up, yeah, Corgy. So you're gonna be a Dino Corgy. That's crazy, like how much he looks like a dog. Dino Corgi, and you are a. Well, I named something similar to you. This is exactly the same thing. Why is it giving me 2 different things though? That one's a little bit bigger. Okay, so what did I name you? 6-leg tusk bull? Well, you're gonna be a 6-leg tusk bull too. 6-leg tusk bull 2. Interesting. So I want to see this Corgi guy up close. Where you at? Is that you? That's a Stego monkey. Is that you? Oh, he's big too. Okay, let's go see him. Look at him. Oh, feed. Oh, feed him. Hurt him. Oh, you're new too. Vegetarian. Oh, it's a little guy. Hello, little guy. The big guys. These are my pack animals. How big this guy is? Huge. Come on, Dino Corgy. Look at you. You're awesome. What did you find? What did you find? What? Oh, right there. Anything good? Oh, Kryptonite. Oh, okay. Do I need these guys to find the Kryptonite for me? Is that what's happening? Oh, I didn't get to you in time. So I did get Kryptonite that way. Is that the only way to get it? Oh, that would be horrible if that's the only way to get it. You know, I also noticed for this stuff, for this stuff right here, I haven't found it anywhere. And I have something that needs 100 of it. Like, the same with the Kryptonite. That seems like a really dumb thing if that's the only way you can get it. Like, I'm all for letting these guys help me, but seriously? Like, if that's the only way it is to collect it and you're gonna get, how much Kryptonite did I get? 6? Like, seriously. Like, and I'm not always gonna find you. Sometimes I find zinc, sometimes I find other things. And I'll help you help me find things too. Oh, I don't have any more iridium. Okay. So, I'm gonna kind of stick around with these guys, collect a few things, see what else they find me. And I might eventually take a little look at maybe the wiki. I think there's a wiki for this. There's got to be a wiki for this game, and see if it tells you if you can actually mine for Kryptonite in this Amigon. So, alright, I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. Alright, guys, so I've done a few more things around here. I followed those animals around for a little bit. I got 10 Kryptonite on them, which I'm not super thrilled about. Hey, they did pull up some emerald, copper, and iridium. So I guess it's got to be something that you can eventually mine just in larger quantities. Like, that's one way to get it by getting a bunch of those animals to find things for you. But I can mine iridium, I can mine copper, I can mine emerald. So it's got to be something that you can mine. You just got to find it. And I just haven't been lucky enough to find it yet. I also went to a facility I had to bust into, and I got the ability to make this power gel. It takes 25 carbon to make. It will restore, at least on my multi-tool, it will restore 25% of it, which is better than the carbon. 25 carbon will only restore 23% of it, but it's not a significant amount that seems like it's worth making. Like, these power gels don't stack. If you could stack them in stacks of 100 or 250, it makes sense to go crazy mining a bunch of carbon and then just keeping a huge stack on you, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it for a long time. But since it doesn't, like, I don't know what the benefit of it would be. If you look at something like, say, Minecraft, where you can gather a ton of gold or iron or coal and then turn them into blocks, so you're taking 9 iron and making 1 block out of it, and then you can stack that in a stack of 64 and you can conserve space. That makes sense, but since you can't actually do that here, I don't know if it's worth it. For only a 2% better charge, it just seems like useless, honestly. I mean, I might do it here and there, but even if I have to do a full charge, I can make 4 of those and save 8%. You get 8% more out of that carbon, but, you know, it's so easy to get carbon. You know, it's just super simple. And if I break this thing right over here, how much carbon do I get? I mean, I get 15 carbon. Oh, that's iron. I mean, in general, I mean, it's pretty easy, usually. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know how much I'll use it. I don't know. But, ranting over, I did find another dropship, so we'll go ahead and get, I think this is, what, 90,000 now? It's gonna cost me? What? Did I already find it? Oh, man. Why were you on my map? I guess I wasn't using my, what I talked about earlier, where you just have to turn to the side to tell if you've been there or not. So that's kind of annoying. So can I use... No, I need plutonium. So yeah, if you could find, like, all these, like, if you could find a bunch of recipes to take, like, plutonium and then start stacking them in a different form that's more efficient. Like, if I could stack the suspension gels, or I could stack the power gels, or stack the carrot sheets, or the micro-density fabric. If I could stack those, it would just make more sense, but since you're so tight on space, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to do any of that. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out things about this. It's not Minecraft. It's not 7 days. It's not, it's different. And, the things I want out of it that I'm used to in one of those other games, I'm not going to get here. So I need to remember that. I'm still loving the game. There's just certain things about it. I mean, like with any game, you're going to say there's certain things you would like that it would do a little bit different that you're used to seeing. So maybe that's something that'll change in the future. I don't know. But who knows? But I know I sound down about it, but I'm not. I would like to see more of that. Instead of just finding more space in your suits, it'd be cool to have like something where you could kind of be a little more like, oh, I found this. Hello, you're not new. That you could kind of be a little smart about it. Like, oh, okay, so now I got this recipe. That's awesome. It's going to save me so much more spots. Instead of, oh, I found this recipe. Now I can get an extra 2% charge. Like it just, I would love to see a little more things done in a certain way. Again, this is new. This is the first time they're doing a game like this, the Hello Game guys. So they will learn. I'm sure they took some inspiration from other games and are doing their own thing. So I would love to see them have that ability where you can. Is that where I'm going? I'm going the right one. That you can do that stuff, and maybe that's something they'll do. Maybe it won't be something they do. This is a different game. But I would like to see certain improvements to make the game that much more enjoyable, and I'm pretty confident they're going to do stuff. Minecraft today is different than it was in the beginning, and so 7 days, and all those games, they make improvements and they adjust as fans' comments come in, and hopefully these guys aren't stubborn and they just like, no, this is the game we're making, this is the game that we're sticking at, and you could like it whether it's how that is, whether you like it or not, So, we'll see, but go ahead and get this drop pod. I know this is a new one, so I think this is a $90,000 or $100,000 upgrade. 100,000. It's getting a little pricey, but I mean, I'm still at 502,000, so I'm not too worried about that at all. So, not too much more I'm gonna do in this episode. I don't want to do another episode on this planet, so I might play a little bit just so I can find those last couple creatures. Just 2 that I need. I got 2 more, so I'm going to find a cave and explore the cave a little bit, and maybe this water creature. I don't know. Like, I haven't explored the water that much. I did find 2 in there, so the likeliness that there might be a 3rd or 4th down there that I have to find is a possibility. So, alright, but I think that's going to do it for this video. There's a little more rambling in this video than normal, but again, there's a lot of collecting. So there's going to be a lot of time that we're just sitting here talking. So, but if you enjoyed this video, want to see more, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share with your friends if you think they'd like it. And until next time, this is Wolfhound22 signing out.